Welcome, welcome, crew, guys, gals, ghouls, friends, fiends, foes, whoever is listening out there beyond the omniverse tonight. Secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight as we jump into our own little flying saucer. Or is it drum? I don't know anymore. It's kind of crazy. As we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a Rocky Mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners and settle down snugly at mile marker 420 in colorful Colorado. It is Saturday, December 14th, Sunday, December 15th for those of you across the pond and beyond. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. And thanks so much for joining me on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. I'm your host, TessaTNT, and I am broadcasting live from the Mile High Clubhouse tonight. I'm so grateful that you can join me if you are. So our guest, Chris Garcia, was not able to join us this evening because some plans came up. So we're going to do some TikToks, which I'm super excited about because we've been having drones and orbs and different UFOs showing up first in New Jersey, then in New York, and now, let me just check my sound really quick. And now in Connecticut. And I also heard a couple weeks ago in California, but I'm not sure if that is completely accurate. Let me turn this banner off really quick because I don't want it to block any of our videos. No, I said go away. Go away. What now? Come on. All right, so we're going to get into some TikToks. I'm going to start with the For Me page for you. And then after that, if it's not showing what I want it to, we're going to go to who I'm following and see how that goes. So yeah, hold on to your girdles.
Going, friends and family,
and your bloomers. And let me blow this up really quick. Kabang. All right, let's go.
Jared, what you guys had last night? Was a really weird dream. This one was really weird. So I was walking, I can hear this person crying, right? I can hear this person crying. And I kept kind of looking around, wondering where this person was, because I can still hear him crying. So I was walking around, and I ended up seeing this old, like I said, an ancestor from the past, dressed in all that old regalia, but he was hunched over, and he was crying. He kept crying there, and he wouldn't look. I was asking him if he was okay. He wouldn't look. So I went over to him. I went over to him and I tapped on his shoulder, and I asked him if he was okay. He didn't say nothing to me. He just pointed his hand, like he pointed his hand one direction, and he was crying. He pointed his hand one direction. And when I looked up at that direction, it showed a bunch of our indigenous people. Showed a bunch of our indigenous people. Their houses were burning down. All their houses were burning down. They were homeless. Like they were all nowhere to go. There was a lot of them. They had not. Share a dream with you guys that I had last night.
Okay, so they had nothing. I think that was the end of it. Part two.
I just had a dream last night, and this one's crazy.
Oh, this is another one. Hold on. So this one was on November 15th. This is November 22nd.
I just had a dream last night,
And I just have to share, like, when people have dreams, really depends on how the dream comes through. Like, sometimes it feels so realistic, it's hard to realize what's reality and what is the dream realm. Because I do believe it is a realm in its own, but you got to look at this stuff and take it seriously. And I've had shared dreams with some of my friends who were or may still be listeners. And so, yeah, I really want to look into what this guy has to say. Hopefully you don't mind.
This one's crazy. TikTok, this is for educational purposes only. This one's crazy. TikTok, this is for educational purposes only. I want to tell you guys about this dream. I went for this walk. So I was walking, taking this nice long walk, like any other day. And when I was walking, this elderly woman, this elderly indigenous woman came up to me. She didn't say anything. She was quiet. She just grabbed my hand. That's all she did. She came up to me. She grabbed my hand. She grabbed my hand, and when she grabbed my hand, it's really hard to explain. But she was like, as soon as she grabbed my hand, you know, if you were to levitate, that's what it looked like. Well, it felt like that because I could see the ground. You know, it was like I was going up, but I'm looking down. But as we were going, and then we started going toward the ocean. She took me toward the ocean. And when we were going toward the ocean, it was like we went through this ocean, like we went across it so fast. We went across it so fast, and I seen all these different cities. A lot of these cities. I seen the Statue of Liberty in the water. She showed me that there were cities in the water.
Mm-hmm.
These cities were underwater. That's what's so crazy about this dream. And then she grabbed my hand again, and we started going again. It was all happening so fast. We started going again, and like I said, she wouldn't say anything. She just grabbed my hand. And as we were going, and then she took me in the ocean. Like she took me down into the ocean. And as we were going down, we were going deeper and deeper. It got darker and darker. As we were going down, we were going down so fast into this ocean. And then she pointed to me to look ahead of me. As we were going down, you started to see this light. It starts to be this weird light.
Oh shit! Sorry. Thanks, Adrian.
But as we're going down, out of nowhere, I seen a whole lot of other people in this ocean. It was people from up here. They were living in the ocean. It was like cities in the ocean, in the like really deep, but they were living in it.
What?
These were like elites. Like I can't describe it. Like rich people.
Those damn Allens.
That, and there were. It took me to another place in the ocean, but it was like multiple of them down there. They were living in the ocean, and she points to this other thing, and they were controlling the weather from down there. If they wanted to make a hurricane, they could make a hurricane. I seen all of that down there.
I like how he says hurricane. Hurricane. Nice.
It was really weird dream. Still trying to wrap my head around it.
Probably because it felt really weird, I bet. Really weird and real.
Down there. But they were controlling it. And they had this weird machine. There's a weird machine, and it showed them standing around down there, like, you know, when people swim around, but they were down below. And they had this weird big machine. Whatever it was like a laser in water, but they would shoot it into the core. It looked like it was going to the core. And out of nowhere, you see these wicked bubbles and all this come up, and you know, everything started to shake down there. And she brings me back up really quick as it starts shaking. She brings me up really quick to look from above. And here there's these earthquakes, massive earthquakes happening. They were controlling it from down there. And then she took me to this other place. Like I said, she was taking me around. Went into this other place out of nowhere. I seen this laser. This big machine, really big machine. It was a laser. They were shooting this into the sky. I don't know what the heck that was, but they were shooting it into the sky. And it was causing to have these really big storms. They were making our own storms for us. That's what's so crazy about this dream, is that they were making it. Just a weird dream. And then she takes me back and we start going to this different place. Next thing I noticed was we're back to where she had me, like where she first grabbed my hand. That's where we ended up. We ended up back in that area. And she looked at me. She was a short elderly woman. She was really short. And she started crying. She started crying about it. And I was looking at her and I held her, wondering why this elderly woman was crying like that. And I was trying to ask her, like, what was I just showing? Like, what are all these things? And she put her hand on my forehead. And when she put her hand on my forehead, it was like you can feel everybody's pain, you know? You felt all the ancestors' pain. I seen all of that. I seen children. She like let me see the past, like what happened a long time ago. I seen children getting slaughtered. I seen people getting taken out of their own families. She was showing me all that, and she was showing me all this other stuff. Like she wanted me to remember, you know, like she wanted me to keep that in my head, like she was trying to keep it in my head for me to remember. Now I'm just kind of iffy. You know what I mean? I keep looking to the sky.
All the time.
A lot of clouds are moving, just everything.
Mm-hmm. Strange shapes, movements.
Like, kind of looking around all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be weird now when I look at the ocean, you know, because just to think that there's people living down there.
And that's pretty interesting too, like, aliens. Are they really from another place? Time travel. Supposedly AI has already done it, and they're already changing things in the past. And this could be an answer to what this whole Mandela effect is. And, I don't know, like aliens are our future self. Perhaps it's so future that we've changed so much to accommodate like space and anti-gravity and certain things like that. I don't know. It's really, really strange, but perhaps it is an ancestor. I know that from living in Cortez, etc., I heard a lot about sky people and kachinas, etc. Like when you look at them, when I look at them, I'm like, that's a freaking spacesuit, or definitely not. I don't know, not really tribal to me as far as what I've seen. Perhaps they made masks like this and dance, but no, these to me are like alien people with certain like breathing apparatuses and such. Um, but no, like could be people. And the main point I was getting to with that was in New Jersey, um, some politicians got together with some other people that have really extra special camera gear, lenses, etc. And so this has been going on for almost a month. I think we're like partially through week 3. But they went out to investigate this. Like, you know, the federal government isn't telling us anything. We need to figure out what's going on because, you know, people say no news is good news. I don't know. Ignorance is bliss. I don't know about that. So 50 plus craft leaving the ocean. And it's been said that a lot of their bases, a lot of their stasises are in the ocean, as well as, I believe, Antarctica and different places like that where there aren't pesky humans. But yeah, like these people can be our ancestors, whether it's past or future. Interesting, I think.
Messed up. You know, it's messed up. But that's all I remember. I don't remember the rest. You know, I was still dreaming, but ended up waking up, and I really hope that I have another dream connected to that one, because I still wanted to be there and listen, and I just ended up waking up. If any of you guys have any answers or had a similar dream to that, you guys can share about it or talk about it and write it in the comments. That might be the the connecting piece. Share your dreams, you guys. You know, our
Definitely.
ancestors are speaking to us through dreams, and
And I agree with that. And that's what I was saying earlier. Like, people that would tune into my podcast or people that I knew before that when I was part of the crew in Spaced Out Radio, who have become like my friends, family. Like, I had a dream with a certain individual in there. She had a dream that was basically the same as me, but she actually went into the building that we were talking about. And it was, oh, I get the chills right now. It was scary. It was grotesque. We were all trying to get out of there. Something was coming. And she said there was people in there on hooks. Like there's blood on the steps, which we all saw on this white old church house in the middle of nowhere. And had my Gran Torino up and running. So I'm just like, I remember looking across the car to her, and she was a little shorter than me, and I was like, we gotta go, we gotta get out of here. And she's like, but she said her husband's name, which I almost said, but I gotta find him, he went in there. Ugh. I don't remember if I left or not. I know like everybody was scrambling and trying to turn around because this is a very small road, and you know, there's a lot of trees. This was back east. Pretty trippy.
if you have dreams like that, talk about it, write it down.
Share your dreams
They're trying to
when
tell
they
us
feel that real.
these are not fake.
It's real.
If somebody's telling you that they had a dream, believe them,
Mm-hmm.
because they're trying to tell us something. We need to wake up. Kyoto TikTok family. I just had a dream last night, and this one's
Oh
Kyoto
man.
TikTok family.
Okay, this is on the 27th, and since we're on the third thing for this fella, I want to try to see what his name is. Gary Smallboy Johnson, 97. Okay. So last, well, this is number 3 of these videos, is Gary Smallboy Johnson. All right, let's go.
I want to tell you guys about this dream. It took me back to that
Hi,
same
Sovereign
dream
Cosmic
where I seen
Wildman.
this elderly man that was
That is very important for
letting me
real.
look at all our indigenous people that were
Hi,
running to the
Jace.
mountains. But this one was pretty crazy. So it showed all of us running to the mountains. It showed all indigenous people running to the mountains. Everybody was screaming. Felt like I was actually there, and it
Probably the
was
future,
weird. All different
Adrian.
races of people were going their own directions.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was going their own direction.
Kind of like the dinosaurs. They all have their own
And
ideas.
us indigenous people were going our own direction. And he was the one leading us. He was taking us into the mountains and showed us going into these mountains. Everybody was screaming, following each other. And then as we were going up into this mountain, there was this big, looked like a big cave in the mountain. There's this big ass cave in the mountains. And then when we got there,
Yeah, for sure. We've been talking about
there
that for
was
the
these
last
other
3 years
tunnels.
at least.
Each mountain had a
End of
different
times
tunnel.
is
So
near.
different tribes are going into these different mountains, like
And Adrian just said end of times, I guess. We've been talking about this for years. I've even been talking about World War III for years. It's different dreams we have, and using your gut instinct, intuition, there's another, discernment. You have to listen to your inner self. Your gut instinct, your gut will never lead you astray. Your heart, your mind perhaps will, but not your gut. When your gut tells you something, you got to listen to it. But I always made the joke of, everybody's been talking about the end of time since the beginning of time, but no, this is for real. Like, you need to be stocking up on stuff. Food, water, things to cleanse the water. There's certain straws too, like so many things that I think about, but I can't afford it because, bitches be broke these days. But even extra clothes, layers and layers and layers. You don't know if it's going to be too hot or too cold. And the past has shown it's going to be cold, but I'm not sure. I don't know. So I'm doing everything I can and stocking up on whatever I can, and even things that are expired. I'm like, you never know, could be good. Because a lot of us can't afford to just stock our whole garage with all this stuff and make a bunker and everything like that. That's why it's important to share your dreams, share your ideals, get together with each other, and figure out a game plan because something is coming. And like I said, it started in New Jersey, then New York, now Connecticut. I also heard that it was California, but I haven't heard any more since then. So maybe it's like a little hiccup. Somebody said something. They're like, "Don't say anything." Maybe the Marine Corps shut them down. I don't know, but it's pretty creepy. No, pretty creepy indeed.
Yoda TikTok family. I want to tell you guys about this dream. It took me back to that same dream where I seen this elderly man that was letting me look at all our indigenous people that were running to the mountains. But this one was pretty crazy. So it showed all of us running to the mountains. It showed all indigenous people running to the mountains. Everybody was screaming.
It's freaking scary,
Felt like I
man.
was actually there, and it was weird. All different races of people were going their own directions. Everybody was going their own direction. And us indigenous people were going our own direction. And he was the one leading us. He was taking us into the mountains and showed us going into these mountains. Everybody was screaming, following each other.
Yeah.
And then as we were going up into this mountain, there was this big, looked like a big cave in the mountain. There's this big ass cave in the mountains. And then when we got there was these other tunnels. Each mountain had a different tunnel. So different tribes are going into these different mountains. Like, like there's, I don't know how many tunnels, but they were in this mountain. And each mountain had
Sounds like somebody's cutting firewood.
But everybody was heading there.
Speaking of prepping.
And when we were heading into those mountains, that elder
Turn this down.
all of us. And he said, whatever we hear, just to close our ears when we're in that tunnel, just to close our ears, what we're going to hear It's going to scare us, but not to be scared, he said. He said they're here to protect us. And other elders showed up. And then another elder showed up. A woman elder showed up. They just started coming from nowhere. But they were circling us. And then one of the
It's not nowhere, it's somewhere.
One of the guys that was walking with us there asked one of those elders who they were and why were we going into the mountains. And he said they were our ancestors. And they were going to shield us. They were going to protect us. They were going to...
So I'm wondering if this has to do with World War III, and I keep thinking Putin, and he's been saying, U.S., aka Biden, whoever the frack is running this, if you keep on, they're the #1 nuclear arsenal. Seriously. And you're just going to keep poking the bear? Like, that's the dumbest shit I've heard. You got to be careful with that. And I can see going underground because of nuclear-ish. That could be where the ant people and other people came from. And, I don't know, it's pretty creepy, pretty scary. And I know Biden is effed in the head, but I know there's people that control basically our government. Behind the scenes, the president is basically a puppet. I don't know. For them to allow this to happen, they have to have a bunker with tons of food. Like, look at Mark Zuckerberg. He's been building a huge fortress in Hawaii. I want to say Maui, but I'm not sure where it is. I know it's in Hawaii. Post Malone building a bunker underground. Won't really give out the location. I'm pretty sure it's in Oklahoma, but not quite sure. So many people are doing this, and yes, this happened too around World War II. People were building bunkers because a nuclear threat was imminent. We've used nukes against people, not we personally, but our government. I wouldn't have agreed with it. I think a lot of you wouldn't have either. But there was the threat of it. Now, this threat is really, really, really real. This could be happening. And for him to have this dream of people going underground, different tribes to different tunnels, that to me is intriguing that different tribes are going to different tunnels. Like, I would be like, everybody in this area, let's go to this tunnel instead of, oh, well, you people, I guess, know what tunnel to go through. I don't know. I got to hear more.
On these mountains, we were going to pray in that cave that these mountains would protect us. And they all joined hands. Every one of them joined hands. And we were all behind them in these tunnels. And they started doing that. And he was telling us not to be scared. He said, whatever we were going to hear, but not to be scared of it. And then out of nowhere, you can hear this big gust of wind and a bang. Just loud, but you can feel the ground.
Oh my God.
The ground shook so hard.
I just got the goosebumps. It's a nuke.
It's like a weird feeling, like it had an earthquake. But this
It's like a nuke.
Like a bigger earthquake. Like,
oh my gosh.
Earthquake you can probably ever feel. That's what it felt like. That ground shook and those mountains shook from underneath, and we were all in there. Everybody was yelling, screaming, like in there, freaking out. And they were still joined hands. They never.
And I think that that is awesome. I'm going to go over here really quick. So I think it's pretty awesome that they went underground, because reading back and watching videos about the past when nukes have happened and people trying to get away from, they're on fire or their skin is burning, they jump into the rivers or the lakes or whatever to get away from their skin burning, etc. And they jump into the water and the water is boiling. Like, this is the way nukes affect things. So being underground would be the way to go, because jumping in the river, jumping in the lake, different places you would think on land would help you or protect you is not actually helping. So go underground to your bunker or to these different tunnels. Like, to me, this is, I want to say insane, but this guy is speaking the truth. Like, he knows what he's talking about. Or maybe he doesn't. He just knows what he saw.
Stopped joining hands. Our ancestors were, all their hands were joined, and it was like they created this shield inside of this cave to protect us. And then everything you can feel, everything you can feel heat, you can feel everything. I mean everything like this. It was a freaky dream. And when all that was going on, he looked at us and he spoke to us, and then they all started speaking. Each elder spoke and told us that we were gonna re-give life again.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't
Start
understand
anew.
that, re-give life again. We
Start
were
all
gonna
over.
start over. And then he brought us out of that cave. And when he brought us out of that cave,
Everything was gone a bit.
Earth didn't look like Earth.
Oh my God.
All the trees were down, everything was burnt, everything was flattened.
This guy's freaking me out.
Like everything was flattened, like a big forest fire just came and wiped everything out, and this wind took everything out. It was different and it was quiet. It was way too quiet. But you can hear all of us. And he told us that we were gonna restart over.
New beginning, new start.
And we're gonna rebuild up Mother Earth.
Oh my gosh.
And he came out and he looked at us. He was looking at every one of us. And he told us to follow him, and he walked us down that mountain. And when we were walking down that mountain, other indigenous people started coming out of these different mountains. There was a lot of us. There was a lot of us. And we went into this big valley. We all met by this big valley. And then you saw other people coming from different places, different, different nations, different,
And that would make sense to me too. So if this happened, we went underground, or the indigenous people or First Nations people went underground. There was a shake. There was great wind, which, the wind hits you before anything else. And it's massive. Like, it'll blow stuff apart. But you're underground. You hear it. You don't feel it or see it. You come out. The earth looks obliterated. Then you go to a certain valley. So I'm thinking, like, perhaps after this nuclear thing happened, people are going to a certain valley that was predetermined, or perhaps this individual who is the leader of the indigenous or First Nations people, each tribe, know where to go. A certain valley, because as the wind blows and things are affected, things are penetrated, etc., by this massive wind that goes out. And I think it's like 3 layers, but I can't remember correctly. I know there's a main first one. But perhaps this certain valley wasn't hit like that because it was a valley. And maybe that's the best place to restart instead of living underground forever and becoming ant people or whatever those other things are called. Anyways, yeah, this to me, what he's saying is pretty intriguing, and it makes so much sense to me. Like, I think he's onto something. I really do.
different colors of people, like they were all coming in their different colors of people, like they were all coming in their, blacks were coming out with all blacks, like, and whites were coming out with whites. But everybody was coming out. But it was like everybody was protected in some way, and I don't understand it. But all of us came out. But all these people came to us. All these
Thanks, Adrian.
came to us. A lot of them came to us, and they started asking us for teachings.
Mm-hmm.
What can we do better? What can we do better?
Because we've been living wrong.
Make it a better world, telling us. And they said that we're going to follow your guys' lead this time. That's what they were telling us. They were telling that elder that. And as soon as we were going back out to look at everybody else that was around us, those elders that were holding hands, those ancestors that were holding hands there, they looked at all of us and they told us that we know what to do. We know what to do and we know how to make it better, and told us to remember, and then said that we're always going to be watching over. And out of nowhere, they just shot up. These elders just shot up to the
Instantly.
sky.
I'm telling you.
That was the craziest thing. Like, they just shot up to the sky. And a lot of us were just wondering what the heck happened. They left us there looking at like this earth.
And that's what I was saying earlier, like, these ancestors can be our ancestors, whether from the past or the future. There are ancestors in a certain way. And just like I've seen Tic Tacs, I've seen orbs, I've seen different things that are of alien descent. Alien could be us, just in a different form. I don't know. But that is what they do. Like, they can be there 1 second and gone another because they have that technology. No, human beings cannot stand G-force, but there's something that's anti-gravitational within these certain units that actually really, really makes sense. To me, it makes sense. Let me fix the screen really quick. Really quick, because I think he's on to something. And that is what I was picking up from the get-go. Like, these guys are our ancestors, whether past or future. And there they go, showing.
That was just ruined.
Epic travel.
Told us that we were going to know how to build back up.
Mm-hmm.
We did it before. That was a powerful dream. That's all I remember. There was more to it, but I can't remember it. The first time, I can't remember what happened after that. I really wish I can remember the rest of it. But that's what I remember. I just thought I'd share that with you guys.
Heck yeah, dude.
That's crazy, you know, like, just be ready for whatever's coming, you know, and if they're trying to lead
Be
us
prepared.
mountains, I think we got to pay attention. You know, tough times are coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know, tough times are coming, and I think that's a sign for all of us to get together and, you know, prepare ourselves.
I have to say, like, I did not put these videos in order. And put this person in order, his different dreams. This is my For You page, and I have so many different people I follow. This is on top, so I feel like this is pretty dang important. So please don't judge me as far as what videos I have going on right now. Like, they're coming in the order they should. That's how I feel. Everything happens for a reason, so let's giddy up.
And it's like that. Those ancestors said, we did it before. We know how to get through it. We know how to handle it.
And that's what I was going to say, too. Like, a lot of the places that you see that indigenous people of the past have built, supposedly we've gone through the cycle at least 6 different times. We were more technologically advanced than anybody wants to admit. The World's Fair? Yeah. Those buildings were buildings built by people from the past. And they were like, nope, we just put these up overnight for the World's Fair. No, the crack you didn't. Like, this existed before, and then you use that excuse to tear it down. Because they do. They tear down the past. They don't want us to know what the truth is.
You guys have a great day.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Oh.
TikTok.
No, I don't want to hear that one.
I'm humble enough to know that I can be replaced, but I'm
a friend of mine on here that lives in New Jersey last night, which led
I was hoping this would come up.
7th, saw 3 very large drones sitting above his home. And when he decided to use his drone to get a closer look,
just in case you're wondering, Adrian, this is in New Jersey.
Something really weird happened. As he flew his drone up towards these other 3 drones, he stated that these drones made absolutely no noise. But then he stated that when his drone got closer, that his drone was taken offline, with what he stated seemed to be some kind of EMP. But this is where it gets weird. His drone fell straight from the sky, and as far as I know, he's trying to recover the footage that he had on that drone. He described these drones as being as big as a car and having one large blinking light on them. But the craziest part about it is the fact that he released a video of them hovering above his house prior to releasing his drone to go up to get a closer look, right? And now his account has actually ended up being banned. Do keep in mind he had 89,000 followers. And some of you probably saw that video. But what's weird is the fact that he had another video that clearly showed that after his drone fell out of the sky, he recorded these drones going faster than any other drone he's ever seen, or faster than any helicopter that he or I have ever seen. But now, after having a conversation from earlier this morning, he's had numerous FBI officials show up at his doorstep, which today is obviously Sunday, December 8th. But I still have yet to speak to him since noon, and he hasn't even read my most recent text message. So it's kind of concerning, but according to him, these officials were trying to seize his drone technology. And apparently he was in the process of being taken in for questions. I don't know how much I believe in that, but he still has yet to text me back. But he's just one of many people that I know that have witnessed these drones hovering over New Jersey. And not just New Jersey, but New York as well. Drones that are obviously much larger than anybody has ever witnessed before. But as far as I know, he's supposed to be creating a new profile sometime this week. So obviously when I speak to him again and his profile comes up, I'll let everybody know. But something about this just doesn't seem right. I don't know. And the fact that our own government doesn't have any answers seems to be kind of worrying. I mean, that in itself just really has me confused. But if you've been an eyewitness to one of these drones hovering over your houses or just hovering over New Jersey and New York in itself, let me know what experience you had in the comment section below. Because I'm intrigued to know so much more about this situation. Something really weird.
Let's get back on this, shall we? So, New Jersey, New York, now Connecticut. The federal government has come out and said, we don't know what it is, but there's no threat and everyone's safe. No, the crack it isn't. No, the crack it isn't. You're just saying that so people won't be running around like chickens with their heads cut off. And I don't know if you've seen that. Like, my granny taught me how to dehead a chicken. You just take it by the head and you swing it around and its body flies off and then it starts hopping around everywhere. It's really creepy. But anyways, they don't know what to say without having mass exodus scaredness. Like, everybody's losing their minds. Everybody's losing their heads. Running here and there and everywhere. Just let them know. We're not sure what it is, but if you could make, slow and steady pace from your home grounds, pack up what you need. There's no relevant, officially bad thing going to happen. Perhaps you should pack up your stuff slowly and surely and slowly exit the city. How many thousands of people are in New Jersey or New York and now Connecticut, aka Connecticut? What? And I've seen different pictures and people are like, oh yeah, this is definitely human. This is human made. Okay, let me tell you a story really quick before we go any further. I've seen several alien orbs and craft. The very first one I saw was in 2012. First time I saw it was I was pregnant, taking my kids from the motorcycle rally in Ignacio, and I'm driving my 72 Gran Torino down Rainbow Road. Sounds like a really good dream. I really miss that car. But anyways, my two daughters are in the back seat because I don't believe in putting kids in the front seat. That's a very dangerous place to be. But my youngest at the time was like, Mom, there's something following us. There's a light following us. There was an alien orb following us. I don't even know where I was going with this. So we'll just go back to what we were watching, but I've seen it a few different times, and this isn't the government being like, oh, we're going to do this and that and blah, blah, blah. Like, this is government practices. This is the government doing this, doing that, yada, yada. No, it's not. It's not swamp gas. It's not a fucking drone. It's nothing like that. Nothing like that. This is messed up. This is BS that people are allowing this to happen.
Weird happened.
Without informing
As he flew
us.
his drone up towards these other 3 drones, he stated that these drones made absolutely no noise. But then he stated that when his drone got closer, that his drone was taken offline, with what he stated seemed to be some kind of EMP. But this is where it gets weird. His drone fell straight from the sky, and as far as I know, he's trying to recover the footage that he had on that drone. He described these drones as being as big as a car and having one large blinking light on them. But the craziest part about it is the fact that he released a video of them hovering above his house prior to releasing his drone to go up to get a closer look.
And the other strange thing about that is, yes, he was flying his drone up there to check it out. Got to get a closer look, see what the crack is happening. We got to check this out. Goes up there, whatever noise the drone makes, then all of a sudden it's just like, ching, out of the sky. Is it an EMP? Is it some sort of technology that allows that to happen? I'm not quite sure. I do not know these things of which you speak.
Look, right? And now his account has actually ended up being banned. Do keep in mind he had 89,000 followers.
See, isn't that stupid? Oh, well, you shared this. Okay, so the news, different people that are from the government have shared things. Their accounts aren't banned, but this particular person that showed, okay, there's drones up there. My drone went up to check it out. They either did an EMP or something, and my drone fell out of the sky. Banned. Why? Because he has the truth?
And some of you probably saw that video. But what's weird is the fact that he had another video that clearly showed that after his drone fell out of the sky, he recorded these drones going faster than any other drone he's ever seen, or faster than any helicopter that he or I have.
And that takes me to what I heard the government say earlier. Our drones can only go 40 miles per hour. This one was moving 60 plus.
Ever seen. But now, after having a conversation from earlier this morning, he's had numerous FBI officials show up at his doorstep, which today is obviously Sunday, December 8th.
Why?
But I still have yet to speak to him since noon, and he hasn't even read my most recent text message. So it's kind of concerning, but according to him, these officials were trying to seize his drone technology. And apparently he was in the process of being taken in for questioning.
See, that's what I don't get. Like, his drone flew up there and looked at them. Maybe they want to see what it looked like, because they haven't been able to see it either. And they haven't been shooting at it, but different people, they're facing government as far as state and federal laws for shooting at this. I would be too. I would be trying to shoot the shit. I don't think I have anything that would reach that far, but I might try if I felt threatened. But no, maybe they're trying to get a closer look because nothing can get close enough to see. What about satellites? Can't the satellites see what the crack this is? Come on. These satellites are supposed to be down to inside people's living rooms. Why can we not see these drones or orbs or alien craft?
I don't know how much I believe in that, but he still has yet to text me back. But he's just one of many people that I know that have witnessed these drones hovering over New Jersey. And not just New Jersey, but New York as well. Drones that are obviously much larger than anybody has ever witnessed before. But as far as I know, he's supposed to be creating a new profile sometime this week. So obviously when I speak to him again and his profile comes up, I'll let everybody know. But something about this just doesn't seem right. I don't know. And the fact that our own government doesn't have any answers seems to be kind of worrying. I mean, that in itself just really has me confused. But if you've been an eyewitness to one of these drones hovering over your houses or just hovering over New Jersey and New York in itself, let me know what experience you had in the comment section below, because I'm intrigued to know so much more about this situation. A friend of mine on here that lives in New Jersey.
Ask me a question. Doesn't it get boring? No.
Cut my life into pieces.
This is my last resort. Location. Don't lean, don't lean. If I come in, don't lean. You gotta be proud of your kids if this is their place. I'm in the back of my truck, you know. And I think I'm in the right. Inside, stand alone. One of those days. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. And I'm about to break. And I'm about to break. That was badass. If that's your kid, seriously, if that's your kid, you gotta be proud. You gotta know you raised that kid right, because that's a badass playlist. Except for that last one, I don't think I recognize that one. Because, I'm a little older. I mean, you can't tell because I have good genes. But let's see what this guy has to say. Hello, Harry Potter Sr.? Doesn't it look like Harry Potter Sr.? Let's go. Oh! Feel so high for the very first time. Why are you frozen? Okay, I was just checking my internet real quick, making sure we're okay. What is going on here? Hello? Um, hello. We go up.
This is really urgent, so I'll be super direct.
Yes,
I believe Elon Musk has quietly set up the largest investment opportunity I've ever seen.
I'm just waiting because I invested in Dogecoin. I'm waiting for it to go ching, 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 especially since part of the government is now called Doge. And I do have Bitcoin. I only bought Bitcoin so I could buy wheat seeds. Come to find out that wasn't totally legal, but I did have leftovers. I wish I hadn't ever bought wheat seeds with my Doge because I had over $100. Came down to a few dollars after I was done with it, but I would be rich right now.
And no, before you guess, this is nothing in my lifetime. And no, before you guess, this has nothing to do with Tesla, Twitter, XAI, or anything else you might have expected. I predict Elon may be quietly planning an IPO for an even bigger company in the weeks ahead. Maybe the biggest IPO ever, a super IPO that could create well over $100 billion.
Can I tell you also, people are like, maybe those are Elon Musk's drones. No, the fuck it isn't, because if it was, in OCD and all the other things that Elon Musk is, it would be completely all over, not just the United States, but the world. The world. No, it ain't Elon. But somebody said that. Somebody did. Hello, Duty? Are you still there? Oh. No, I can't hear him. Can you guys hear him? Hold on, let me check my sound stuffs. Could be because I keep trying to put my earbuds back in my ear because I have little tiny ear canals, but maybe I muted it by pushing the earbud in too much. Nope, looks good to me. All right, let's try again. If it don't work, can you hear it? Let me know, because I don't know why I can't hear it. Oh, you can't hear him either? Okay, let's get past this BIEIO. Oh, okay. You know what happened? I know what happened. I'm gonna pause. I gotta make it bigger because I think I might have somehow accidentally muted. How do you do that? Oh, there it is. In the corner. Yep, it was muted. Okay. I learned this last time I did this, and I was like, now I know. Because I was trying to mess with my whole system. But here we go.
Urgent, so I'll be super direct. I believe Elon Musk has quietly set up the largest investment opportunity I've ever seen in my lifetime. And no, before you guess, this has nothing to do with Tesla, Twitter, XAI, or anything else you might have expected. I predict Elon may be quietly planning an IPO for an even bigger company in the weeks ahead. Maybe the biggest IPO ever, a super IPO that could create well over
Doge is a government
$100
thing
billion
now.
on the very first day it goes public. This
I need
super
to put more money in
IPO
there.
could take place as soon as the next few days. In other words, it could come at any point between now and December 31st, and I have figured out a backdoor way
I'm saying
that
invest in
everyone can
Doge.
benefit before it
If you
goes
got
public.
$5,
So if you haven't get it
whatever.
before this announcement, just click now for the full story. This is really urgent, so I'll be
Click
super quick.
now.
I
Positivo.
Wow.
Dale, quiere.
That's me building a chicken coop. Holy crack. What the crack? This is making me feel like I'm having an aneurysm right now. I'm having a freaking aneurysm right now. Look at that. Don't go into the hole. Nope, not gonna do this either.
This is Blair. She lost her life because of a drunk driver a little bit less than a month and a half ago. I'm a professional medium. I will be channeling Blair, trying to get real, concrete evidence.
Okay, so generally, I don't listen to this chick because she's reading different people. Yes, she's very good, but ain't nobody got time for that unless she's going to be on the show. My mother was killed by a drunk driver. It totally fucked my life up as far as me and my little brother went one way, and my two older brothers and my sister went another because we had two different dads. So I want to see what she has to say because, like I said, I have not seen any of these. These are the for you, for me, for you. So let's see what she has to
She
say.
still exists. Let me tell you what I'm going to use. I'm going to be doing it in my bathroom because it's the quietest
I
room.
got the creepy crawlies. I'm sorry.
Exists. Let me tell you what I'm going to use. I'm going to be doing it in my
I didn't touch
bathroom
nothing.
because it's the quietest room in the house right now. I have one REM pod here. If she comes up, it will go off. I also have this little EMF detector here. I also have these motion sensor toys. I also have this spirit box. This video of her right here that her mother Amy sent me.
Okay, let me stop this for a second. I need to see what her name is. Baleski. Donna Baleski. Right, let's go.
Blair? Now it's time to start the investigation. The air starts to feel like electrified.
Yeah, like it's standing up.
I feel you here.
I feel it too.
Sit over here behind the camera.
Wow, Blair! Oh my god, you are right there.
Cat ball.
Oh my god, my cat ball's going off again. Well, you're right there.
Apples.
Thank you. Player voice.
She's a lyrical genius. There's in her All Too Well song, she's a genius.
Blair. Oh my god.
That is
Thank
insane.
you. Can you do it again? Thank you, Blair. Blair, is there any way that you could set this thing off right here on the chair next to your picture? Oh my god, Blair! Wow! Can you do it again? Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you.
Wow.
It was so fast, wasn't it?
Fast enough.
It was fast. Wow. You didn't even recognize
Fast enough to
the
kill her.
guy?
Definitely no.
Oh my god, I have goosebumps all over me. Thank you. Wow.
Glenstone is rare.
Oh my god. Wow. Can you walk away from it? Oh my gosh, you're here. Holy crap. Oh my god, I have goosebumps all over my body. I have goosebumps all over my body.
Look at that cat ball. It's bouncing and throbbing.
And it was so fast. She had no time to comprehend it.
Positivo.
This guy or this? Yeah, this guy.
This is really urgent, so I'll be super direct. I believe Elon Musk.
So, is this the one you're talking about, Adrian? I'm just trying to make sure because I'm not sure if I know what the crack you're talking about. Is this the one you were trying to hear that you couldn't really hear? Let me know real quick because I'm not trying to hold up the line, but if you couldn't hear it clearly, let me know and I'll replay it because I'm pretty sure it's not your internet, it's mine. So, Mr. Adrian, can you let me know? Was this the guy you were talking about? If not, I'm going to go back down past that psychic lady and be like, all right, let's carry on. Also, we have to go to our first music break because we're at an hour. Oh, the native guy. Okay, so the last one he said? Seriously? Okay. Not her. Well, yeah, that's several.
New Jersey last night, which
So just what I'm gonna say is look up what his name is and go check him out because we're way past that.
This is really urgent, so I'll be super direct. I believe.
So I'm not
Elon
saying
Musk
like
has quietly set up
stop.
the largest investment opportunity I've ever seen in my lifetime.
Sativa.
This is Blair.
All right, here we go. I think I got it. She's a Pete. Anyways. So yeah, look at the guy's name. I actually shared it earlier. It was something Johnson, which I was surprised because that's my my two older brothers and my older sister's name. And yeah, you can check him out. And I'm sure he's got a lot of other cool stuff on there too. You know, I'm sure that what he shared is not all of what he has. So definitely go check it out. I'm sorry, I could hear it clearly, but I know I have sensory stink, so it really sucks. So we're going to move on past that. But yeah, I looked and I could hear him clearly. Doesn't mean you did, but I'm not going to put everyone else through that because it could be your internet too. I never know. I'm waiting for that Ethernet, but I've heard bad things too. It's so adorable.
And Tommy Mottola.
What? Tommy is above Diddy. Everything is coming out. And Tommy Mottola is
the devil. I'm not supposed to say what I'm going to say right now, but I have to let you in on a secret.
Is that what killed Michael Jackson? Tommy Mottola? He spread the info?
Please don't videotape what I'm going to say, okay?
Oh my God, turn that shit off!
The companies take advantage of them. They really do. And,
Hey, Mikey.
Sony, being the artist that I am, at Sony, I've generated several $1 billion for Sony. Several billion.
Yeah, you did. Overnight, basically.
They really thought that my mind is always on music and dancing, and it usually is. But they never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them.
Yeah.
So, we can't let them get away with it.
Did you see the camera guy go from behind?
I'm a free agent.
Yeah.
I just...
Didn't he say, please don't film or record this? Oh, we're going back and forth. We're not in front of you, but we're behind you. You freaking killed Michael Jackson.
Oh, Sony, one more album. It's just a box set, really. It's with 2 new songs, which I've written ages ago. Because every album that I record, I write, like, literally, I'm telling you the truth, I write at least 120 songs every album I do. So I can do the box set and just give them any 2 songs. So I'm leaving Sony a free agent of owning half of Sony. So I own half of Sony, and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me because of it. But I just did good business, you know.
Hey, Mikey. It's about damn time. It's about damn time that Michael got some control over his life because ever since he was a kid, to probably this point, he didn't. He finally came out, and guess what happened? He got murdered, death, killed. Nobody was supposed to record this, and they did. Thanks a lot.
So, the way they get revenge is to try and destroy my album.
You.
But I've always said, you know, good art never dies. Thank you. I love Unbreakable. You know,
I gotta check it out. I don't think I've seen Unbreakable.
turn that off, please. No, what? No, I don't mind. Tape it. Mariah Carey,
Mariah Scary.
after divorcing Tommy, came to me crying. Crying. She was crying so bad I had to hold
Oh
her.
my god, she became a bitch.
She said to me that this is an evil man. And Michael, this man follows me, she said. He taps her phones. And he's very, very evil, and she doesn't trust him. And he is a horrible human being. And we have to continue our drive until he's terminated. We can't allow him to do this to great artistry. We just can't. I just want you to know I appreciate everything you've done. You've been amazing. You're so loyal.
Michael.
Diana, everybody, Waldo, all the people here, I love you all. You've been amazing. Love you.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop really quick and zoom in here. Zoomy. Vanguard. Go down. The case gets worse. Michael, what? Michael Jackson tells us who is above Diddy. Tommy Mottola. Diddy. Michael Jackson. What is the other guy that was running the whole music business? Was it Michael Mottola? I think it was somebody else. Yeah, you should check it out later, Adrian. But anywho's. Alright, so we're going to go to our first music break, and it's going to be a little different. We got Miss Michaela Hay. We also have Mr. Fred Johnson III with Sugar. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
There's too much sky, too blue,
Too hot, too white.
The birds on the wire are singing, but I don't know why. Why aren't the roses hanging their heads? They're standing straight up, blooming instead. Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. Why does that guy have a smile on his face? Why is the sun even shining today? Why are the headlines talking about? Don't they all know what happened to us? Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. The moon goes up, the sun goes down, the stars light up, the world goes round every day. Life moves on, it don't stop for anyone. The moon goes up, the sun goes down, the stars light up, the world goes round every day. Life moves on, it don't stop for anyone. Now that we're apart, there's nothing. Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. Heart. Blood in my heart. Saw you for the first time in a while, in a while. You seemed so surprised. I worked out a smile, a smile, a smile, a smile. 'Cause I've grown and I've changed. Yeah, we went separate ways. How come we're both back here? As you push me away, left my life rearranged, but still we're both back here. Back here, close to me. I want you close to me. I can see that you want me. Follow me, baby, just follow me. Trust me, baby, close to me. You know how to make me lose all control, all control. I should know when I need to let myself go. Let go, let go. Close to me, I want you close to me. I can see that you want me. Follow me. Just follow me, trust me, and baby, close to me. I'm not the same, I'm not the same, I'm not the same person anymore. I'm not the same, I'm not the same, I'm not the same. I want you. I want you close to me. I can see that you want me. Follow me, baby, just follow me. Baby, baby, just follow me. Trust me, baby, where'd you go? You're running away. I know that it ain't easy. I mistake. You're losing your mind, you're pushing away. Yeah, it's a mistake. Yeah, it's a making me check my phone to see if you called. No, I get nothing at all. I carry the weight of both you and me. I'm starting to break. I wish you could see what you're doing to me. What you do? Yeah, we're going too fast, 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 fast. Get your foot off the gas, 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 gas. Yeah, we're gonna crash. How is this gonna last when we always collapse? Yeah, we're going too fast, 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 fast. Get your foot off the gas, 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 gas. Yeah, we're gonna crash. How is this gonna last when we always collapse? Stop, 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 stop. When we always collapse. When we always collapse. Of my game again, never thought I would bend. You're making me stop. Starting to slip, you don't give a shit. It's starting to hurt. I can't keep my grip. Yeah. Oh, I can see the end begin. I can see. Yeah, we're going too fast, 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 fast. Get your foot off the gas, 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 gas. Yeah, we're gonna crash. How is this gonna last when we always collapse? Stop, 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 stop. Yeah, we're going too fast, 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 fast. Get your foot off the gas, 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 gas. Yeah, we're gonna crash. How is this gonna last when we always collapse? Stop, 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 stop. When we always collapse. I can see the end begin. We always collapse. Oh, I can see. Your troubled heart bleeds like a river. It's rushing towards fields painted greener. It doesn't see the demons behind. Praying you're getting close to the line, so they can get their hands on love and trade it off for silver. It's nice, but what hides is worse than sticks and stones. Better the devil you know. 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 Your nervous spine is crawling with shivers. You're standing right in the eye of a blizzard. You're inches from a shelter, so near the warmth of a home in a chandelier, shining down its light, pushing you to be closer. It's nice, but what hides is worse than sticks and stones. That's tonight, love. Better the devil you know. Better the devil you know. better the devil, 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 you know. Better the devil.
Life, the quality or state of being alive, a living organism, and I am. Smoking tea, let's get it. My life, the sugar, honey, iced tea. They wonder why I smile so gracefully, and wonder why I like blue when I'm lactose. 10 toes, 10 fingers, nigga, 10 hoes. Flow dope, whip it, microwave and soul was broke. Broke days, broke weeks, even broke months. A rich don't what have them going crazy. Lettuce and mac and cheese got them going crazy. Irregular and normal and unusual. So unusual, I got shot for being beautiful. You can tell me love, you so gorgeous, but yet got a gun pointing to my forehead. Yo, head break bread, yeah, we gon' feast. Remember the cold nights we had nothing to eat. Southern Belle raised in hill area near you. I'm hungry and leaving no proof. It ain't always sunshine in my life. A big puzzle, I'm trying to figure peace ain't right. They thought I wasn't gonna make it, I know they didn't. It's visual, take your vision if you got the issue, a news feed if you got the memo. Breaking news, a new wave coming. Fuck a wave, hurricane, so more delicious. I really do this, it's in my blood. Pass it to my kids when I have some. And that's hip hop.
Waiting here on this cold, lonely night without you. Your tension's over there. Wondering, are you coming back home again? Inspired from this with love. Where did our love go wrong? My sugar. Why did I make you cry? Whispers flow through my mind when I think about you. That warm feeling in me. My heart sings a sad song and just melts away. Please look into my eyes. My sugar. Life is not fair. Until the sun doesn't shine anymore, I'll be there. will always be the one. My sugar. The feeling is so strong. Waiting here on this cold lonely night without you. Where did my sugar?
That was a pretty amazing music break. That was Fred Johnson III. We got Miss McKaylin Hay from Canada. That was very spiritually soothing, I must say. Anyways, we're going to get back into it. Let me double check my settings really quick. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to move the... Uh-oh. I don't know about you guys, but do you guys have Timu, like, harassing you all the time? Mofos. All right, let's go.
Say it, Michael. Tell the story.
But so the way they get revenge is to try and destroy my album. But I've always said, you know, art
Was this the one I watched
never
last?
dies.
I think it was.
Thank you.
Good
I
art
am
never
so
dies.
tired of talking about woke culture. That's why
Oh,
it's got to
no.
start more than anything else. No, free speech is
'Cause you're
not
tired?
some right-wing reframing of whatever. It's the foundation of Western civilization. I don't have to make the point that has been made by far better people in the past, that the only way to deal with the problem of racism is to treat people on the content of their character and nothing else. And the fact that woke culture seeks to overturn that is a new form of racism that we must all oppose. I want to talk to those of you who are woke and who are open to rational argument.
Constantine?
That's more
Is that a
minority, I
vampire?
accept. Because one of the tenets of wokeness is, of course, that your feelings matter more than the truth. But I believe in you. I believe there are those of you here who are woke, who are open to rational argument. So let me make one. We are told that your generation cares more than any other about one issue in particular, and that issue is climate change. We're told that
Well,
many of
because
you
they
suffer
shoved
from
it down our
climate
throats.
anxiety.
Yeah.
You wish to save the planet. This country
Yes.
is responsible for 2% of global carbon emissions, which means that
I know,
if
China
Britain
is
was to sink
horrible.
into the sea right now, it would make
Yeah.
absolutely no difference to the issue of climate change. You know why? Because the future of the climate is going to be decided in Asia and in Latin America by poor people who couldn't give a shit about saving the planet. 120 million people in China do not have enough food.
China.
I don't mean that they don't get dessert.
You're
I mean they
spitting on
suffer from
streets.
malnutrition.
Yeah, it's
That
terrible.
means that their immune system is breaking down because they don't have enough food.
Nope.
You're not going to get them to stay poor. Imagine you're Xi Jinping, the leader of China. You have clawed your way
I don't want to.
up the bloody and greasy pole of Chinese politics. And you know that the main thing you have to do to survive and to stay in power is to deliver the one thing that the people of China want: prosperity, economic
Peace.
growth. Where do you think climate change ranks on Xi Jinping's list of priorities? A third of all children who live in extreme poverty in the world live in India. That means they are starving and dying of preventable disease. Now, about 15 months ago, my wife got pregnant. Not me, because we're old school.
That's messed up, dude.
Now, if you said to me that I had a choice, either my son had a serious risk of starving or dying from a preventable disease in the next year. Or I could press a button and he would live. He would go to school. He would bring his first girlfriend home. You'd go to university and graduate and become a woke idiot.
Yeah.
And then he'd get a job and get married and have children and become a man. But all I have to do is press this button. And for every day of my son's life, a giant plume of CO2 is going to get released into the atmosphere. Now, you're all very young, and most of you are not parents. Let me tell you something. There is not a parent in the world who would not smash that button so hard their hand bled.
Apparently.
You are not going to get these people to stay poor. You're not even going to get them to not want to be richer. And so, I put it to you, ladies and gentlemen, there is only one thing we can do in this country to stop climate change. And that is to make scientific and technological breakthroughs that will create the clean energy that is not only clean, but also cheap. And the only thing that wokeness has to offer in exchange is to brainwash bright young minds like you to believe that you are victims, to believe that you have no agency, to believe that what you must do to improve the world is to complain, is to protest, is to throw soup on paintings. And we on this side of the house are not on this side of the house because we do not wish to improve the world. We sit on this side of the house because we know that the way to improve the world is to work, is to create, it is to build. And the problem with woke culture is that it's trained too many young minds like yours to forget about that. Thank you very much.
Grassy ass.
I am so tired of talking about woke culture.
If you feel like happiness is the truth, here's a place. If you know what happiness is to you, if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back.
They're monsters.
I don't know why the fuck everyone's tweaking out about the aliens being from the ocean. You need to fucking not for a second and put yourself in their shoes. You're taking you don't think like an alien. You're zipping around, you're looking for somewhere to live because you blew up your whole fucking planet. And you see this fucking blue ball. And you go, send a scout. Scout comes back.
Yeah, blue balls, New Jersey.
75% water, Jack. And then you says to him, he says, all right, well, who's in charge of that fucking planet? And they say, well, they're called humans, but the humans, they only live on land. It's like 25% of the planet. And then you says to your scout, you go, what do you mean they only live on land? You just said 75% of the planet is ocean. And he says, yeah, there's fucking, they don't know how. They don't know how. They can't figure it out. They got like little fucking assholes that wear wetsuits and they got fake fucking flippers and they go around sucking on the air tanks, but it's the pressure. They can't handle the pressure. They've been trying to figure it out, but they can't handle the pressure. No, I'm an alien and I'm going,
Okay.
all right, well, this fucking ship.
It's the pressure. It's the pressure. Okay. Guy from New Jersey or whoever the crack you are. If it was the pressure, would you be going underwater? I don't think so. No, you wouldn't, because there's tons loads of pressure down there. All right, we'll listen to the rest of the shit you gotta say, but no, it's not the pressure, bitch. It's something else.
Ship that I got can handle 9,000 fucking G's and move faster than the speed of light, Jack. Why don't we set up a base in the
Hello?
Ship that I got can handle 9,000 fucking G's and moving faster than the speed of light, Jack.
I'm talking about G's. I know what you're talking about.
In the fucking ocean, because you're telling me that these things can't go down there and fuck with us. That's where I'm parking it. That's where I'm parking it. Because it goes further than that. You gotta be like, why are they here and they're not ruling us? Well, they're clearly observing.
Why are they
They're
not
here to
ruling
observe
us?
for some fucking reason. Now, if I were gonna go observe some other fucking planet and it was 75%
So is it
water
like
and I
this
had the
guy's like,
technology
I'm
to live
from
in
New
the water
Jersey,
and
so
these
I need
fucking
to
things
see
didn't,
stuff.
and I was like, I don't really want to get spotted by these fucking things. Yeah,
Fucking
that's
me
where
over.
I'm going. And I'm a scuba diver. I don't
You're
know if any of you know
irritating
this.
me.
This is another
I
thing
look like
that I
an
can do that you can't. I'm a
irritator's
certified
attached. I'm
scuba
an
diver.
irritator.
Once you get
Good
down there
God.
and you see the
Oh my
colors and the way the
gosh.
octopus function and
Yeah,
the
shut up.
And we currently have U.S. nuclear forces on high alert. We
Really?
have 2 nuclear war
This is the
command
first I've heard of
control
this.
planes up in the air.
Okay, hold on, wait a minute. We have the United States on nuclear high alert. What in the butt? Like, what are you talking about? So the last guy, I'm like, STFU. You know, if you know what that means, please. But then now this? The government is on high alert because of nuclear stuff. Have you heard that at all? Because I haven't. Because if I had, I'd be clearing out that spot where the hole is in my garage. I'm telling you, it's a door. The shape of a door in my floor. I just go turn it on, open it, throw my kids in there, whatever else I need in there, and go from there. What the crack is this guy talking about right now? I am so confused. Let's go. This is something that really tingles my tittles.
We have a presidential doomsday plane up in the air. We have a presidential doomsday plane up in the air. We have a nuke sniffer up in the air, and we have a B-52 nuclear bomber airborne over Louisiana. So our nuclear forces are on very high alert today and also last night. We had a lot of nuclear codes transmitted, and there was a massive...
So I'm trying to see if I can see a date on this, because from what I've heard from the government, they're like, they don't know where it's from, there's no danger, there's nothing. Okay, so every kid sees a monster in their closet or under their bed, you'd say the same thing. So let me see. November 13th from Kim Cartledge. Are you serious? Alright, let's go. Speaking of today, but last month. Come on, man.
And we currently have U.S. nuclear forces on high alert. We have 2 nuclear war command and control planes up in the air. We have a presidential doomsday plane up in the air. We have a nuke sniffer up in the air, and we have a B-52 nuclear bomber airborne over Louisiana. So our nuclear forces are on very high alert today and also last night. We had a lot of nuclear codes transmitted, and there was a massive attack on Ukraine. Russia launched dozens of cruise missiles and ballistic missiles and drones at Ukraine.
Stuff is really messed up. Okay, so like I said, if it doesn't work out, let's go to this other one.
We also have another major issue going on in our ports right now, and I just wanted to speak on it.
Oh, shit. No, I was trying to turn it up.
I just wanted to speak on it because I don't think a lot of people understand why they're striking. One of the major reasons I've been seeing coming out of videos and reports from people talking about it is that they get tired of hearing children screaming inside the containers.
Oh my god!
The workers are striking, and one of the main reasons is they're tired of hearing humans being shipped over.
Trafficking! Oh my god!
I understand we have a.
This is worse than aliens.
Did not think it was this bad.
Oh my god!
It crossed my mind we need to be checking shipping containers for people.
Seriously!
Somebody's been inside of one of those, depending on how long they were waiting.
Okay, well, let's get back to that. we are human beings and we go onto planes. And not only are we severely searched, but as well as our luggage. But Port Authority, these different containers are not being subjugated to search the same way as people going through the airport. Give me a freaking break. Yeah, I know a lot of stuff gets lost at sea because the sea is crazy, but what the crack is this? People are quitting because they can't handle the screaming. First it was kids, now it's adults. Pretty sure it's been, the same across the board. Are you freaking serious, dude? Like, this is not cool. Not cool at all.
We're waiting to dock. No heat, no air, nothing. We're waiting to dock. No heat, no air, nothing.
Nothing.
Pray for the workers of the port because I don't think they signed up to deal with people. Pretty sure they were just supposed to move cargo and goods. This is crazy, y'all. We also have another major issue going on in our ports right now, and I just wanted to speak on it because I don't think a lot of people understand why they're striking. One of the major reasons I've been seeing coming out of videos and reports from people talking about it is that they get tired of hearing children screaming inside the container.
Yeah.
You heard that right.
Okay, let's go. No. No.
Hello, everyone. We are Toby and UBI, two brothers with a bond that goes beyond what most people understand. We were—
Dude, is this AI? Seriously, what do you think? Adrian, whoever's watching, this looks like mother effing AI. What do you think? Look at it. Look at their faces. Listen to how they're speaking. If they were actually from the country they're saying they're from, you would not be speaking like this. I'm gonna have to call BS on this one. Seriously, this is freaking BSery. Alright, let's continue because... What?
were born conjoined, two hearts and two minds sharing one body. From the moment we entered this world, life presented us with challenges
And
that
I don't
many could
speak
never
my native
imagine. But
language.
today, as we stand before you, we don't see ourselves as victims. We see ourselves as living examples of God's grace, faith, and the power of hope. Our parents, our heroes, loved us beyond measure. The day we were born, the doctors told them we might never live normal lives unless we were separated.
Yeah, I'm calling AI on this one. Okay, so let's stop that. I was saying it was either for
Shut
you
the front
or
door. DreamCloud is really
following. We're gonna go to following. I believe it is. Let me make it bigger so I can see what the crack is going on. Oh, sent, received. Is this one?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just weeks before the election, the Biden administration is trying to ram through yet 6 more federal judges without adequate vetting from this committee. There are 6 witnesses on this committee. Each senator is given 5 minutes of questioning. That counts.
Thanks, Ted Cruz.
Is this the real way child stars are made?
Exactly. Do you create a Hillary Duff or a Miley Cyrus from scratch?
So the stars that we see on TV are actually grown right here?
That's correct. They're grown and developed here. We engineer their brains for advanced singing and dancing capabilities.
Oh, nice.
Photos. By the time they grow to desired size, these child stars are fully ready for the camera. How long does it take to actually create a star from scratch? Well, not very long at all. We use the exact same DNA structure for all of our stars. Then we simply tweak minor details like hair color or skin tone.
Oh, now this one's Zac Efron. I've seen him before.
Yes, Zach was actually one of our earliest
My
models.
daughters love him. I mean, he looks so real.
Actually, I think we could have done a better job
My
with
God.
Zach. He could show
Yeah,
more
poor guy.
tendencies.
Did you hear? Okay, so everybody's like, the chin looks different. Is that Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, or is that Zac Efron? I do not know. But come to find out, he was probably pretty fucked up one night. And he was running through his house, and he tripped and fell and slammed his face into the water fountain in the center of the room. That's the first time he ever wished it wasn't there, but yeah. What?
If you look closer, you'll notice there's a certain deadness around the eye.
Oh, he seems flawless to me.
Well, he's holding up, but there was a bug in that first batch, and as a result, Zach's skin will
First batch.
Everything is not as it seems.
What the?
Stay weird.
If you look closer, you'll notice there's
Fucking weird.
For the average American, that they're going to find a hard time believing any of it. But I saw documents that were labeled under the classification top secret, and the compartmentalized the compartment that was put into was called Magic, MAJIC, which told me that that UFOs are real, which I already knew. I'd seen one. But this went farther than that. It told me that they were extraterrestrial in origin, that there were 4 different extraterrestrial species or races visiting this Earth, and that they had entered into an agreement with the United States government with one of these species of alien beings to exchange technology, and it told me all the projects that was underneath this. Project Red Light was actually the testing of extraterrestrial craft. Project Plato was a diplomatic project. Pounce was the recovery of technology. Pluto was the application of that technology to our own secret space program, not the public space program. There are 2 different space programs. One is what the public gets to see, which is overseen by NASA. And the other one is a secret space program that nobody gets to see, which is really overseen by the Navy Department under specialized, compartmentalized black projects. For the average American, that
Operation what?
Operation Northwood. Okay, so the U.S. government was involved in several crazy conspiracies during the 50s and 60s. Operation Northwood is probably the craziest of all. 62, the CIA planned to stage terrorist attacks on American citizens and military targets in Miami and Washington and blame it on the Cuban government. Convince the American public to wage war on Cuba.
Yeah.
Plan involved killing innocent
bad
people
for
and
those
soldiers,
guys.
blowing up U.S. ships and Cuban refugee boats, hijacking airplanes, and planting phony evidence to implicate the Cuban government. Operation Northwood was authorized by the Joint Chiefs of Staff and presented to the Secretary of Defense, Robert McNamara, before President John F. Kennedy rejected it.
I've never heard about this.
Listen,
this is great.
But we think about in the context
like,
in 2024, how crazy is it to stage terrorist attack? Call that a false flag now, right?
Just
On
say it.
American citizens,
Just say it. Say the
military
words.
targets.
There's 2 numbers involved.
Yeah.
Just say it.
9/11.
Yeah.
This is like the most
Seriously,
depressing
dude.
list
Seriously.
ever, honestly.
The kids are loving this.
Depressing.
Hey, kids. Have you heard 9/11? Guess who did it?
Operation what?
What's happening in America right now is getting concerning. This is the moment a mother from Florida breaks down in court after she was arrested for threatening her health insurance provider after they denied her claim. She allegedly said on a phone call to them, "Delay, deny, depose. You people are next." And because of what those words are referencing, the call was flagged by the FBI and was handed to local police, where they then arrested her, and now she faces charges of threats to conduct a mass shooting or an act of terrorism. Now, in efforts to crack down on potential violent copycats, despite Brianna telling police that she doesn't even own a firearm, the judge said that she will be held in jail on a bond of a whopping $100,000, calling it appropriate considering the status of our country at this point. And if she is convicted, those charges in Florida can carry up to a 15-year prison sentence. The sheriff said,
"We will take this very seriously. We will put you in jail if you do something like this. It is
Whatever,
not a joke."
dude.
Brianna claimed to police that
Get a
she is
better
not a threat
job.
to anyone, but healthcare companies play games
Except
and
for
deserve
herself.
karma from the world because they are evil. So why is this so concerning? Well, because on one hand, some people are seeing this as an overly harsh punishment, a fear tactic used by authorities to stamp out a movement which is fueled by widespread frustration with the US healthcare system. But on the other hand, the problem is how many people share this frustration. Because when you have that much support behind a movement which is rooted in violence, it's way more dangerous than most, which is why Brianna is given an unusually harsh punishment. People argue that if left unchecked, it risks inspiring more violence and things quickly unraveling into chaos. But the question is, what do you think?
Bro, look at this shit. Look at this shit. 2 of them.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Clink, 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 clink,
Three
clink.
of them.
Clinks.
Bro, they're fucking everywhere. Look at them all.
They are.
Look at them all, bro. Hey! Fuck
Apple
you!
Core, Voldemort,
Go fuck
who's your
yourself!
friend? Dude, seriously, I've been saying this for years. This shit is happening. Bruh. Bro, bruh. Bruh, bruh. I think they are certain shapes. So we see these certain shapes with alien orbs. I've seen them. Other people have seen them and taken pictures of them. I have a picture that I call Conference on the Clouds, and it's a circle of fucking lights on a cloud near the moon, but I took the moon out of it because I zoomed in like, you're going to see this. They've been doing this probably since the beginning of time. And it's kind of hard to figure out, are these otherworldly things or are these fallen angels? I do not know. If they were fallen angels, it makes sense as far as how more advanced they are than us.
Bro, that shit is low.
Bro, that shit is low.
Look at that one, all the way the fuck up there.
Yeah, they do that. They fly back and forth.
Nah, bro, there's...
Sometimes they look like mushrooms. It's fucking weird, dude.
Going on.
Bro, it's weird, bro. Bro. I'm telling you, bro.
The man you just saw in that video was Andrew McAuley. Before he disappeared, Andrew was a pretty well-known mountaineer and kayaker. In his life, Andrew fell in love with the sport of kayaking, and he became very well known in the sea kayaking community because he would set off solo on his small kayak and travel great distances across the ocean. But his biggest goal in life and challenge was to cross the Tasman Sea. Andrew made his first attempt to cross the Tasman Sea in December of 2006. But he called it off after one night when he discovered that he was having trouble staying warm while sleeping in the kayak overnight. But on January 11th, 2007, he wanted to try again. But it was during this voyage that he would vanish into thin air. So he set off on January 11th, but on February 9th, Andrew sent out a distress call. In this call, he said, "Do you copy? This is Kayak 1. Do you copy? Over. I've got an emergency situation. I'm in a kayak about 30 kilometers from Milford Sound. I need a rescue. My kayak's sinking, fell off into the sea, and I'm going down." It's really eerie because if you search Andrew's name, a couple of blog posts pop up that people made in the days after he was declared missing, with headlines that read along the lines of, "Let's hope he is all right." Andrew's partly flooded kayak was discovered on February 10th floating in the sea, but Andrew was never found. Eerily, his camera was still left in the kayak, along with the memory stick that chronicled his...
What is that? Sunscreen? Like, you ain't trying to look like the Joker. You ain't trying to look like Pennywise. It's gotta be sunscreen because, yes, the sun shines, even if it's cold. The sun refracts or reflects. You gotta have that on your face. This poor guy.
journey up until the time that he went missing. That's what the recordings from the beginning...
That's bad. Seriously, what's happening?
Up until the time that he went missing. That's what the recordings from the beginning of this TikTok were taken from. To this day, nobody knows exactly what happened to Andrew. There are theories about killer waves that came out of nowhere, but his body's never been recovered, and no trace of him, no bones, no clothing has ever been found.
If everyone knew what I'm about to say and knew the ramifications of it, a lot of companies would go out of business. Perhaps that's hopeful thinking, but wait until you hear this. There's a lot of food-like products out there. And notice I don't call them food. It's not food. It's food-like products, which contain aspartame. If everyone knew where aspartame comes from, how they make it, they would want to not be taking it anymore. Thus,
it's freaking gross, dude.
So to make aspartame,
why are you saying these words at me?
Interesting. They take a strain of genetically modified E. coli, and then the waste product, the fecal matter of the E. coli bacteria genetically modified, the fecal matter is aspartame. And that's what is revealed in the aspartame patent.
Are you freaking serious?
Is used. Now, you can't tell me that doesn't sound like evil scientist stuff. And
Yeah.
now it's approved to be in thousands of different food products.
Sounds like a caterpillar or some shit. Come on.
Modified stuff, pesticides and herbicides. Today, if you're not prioritizing wellness, you're going to be making time for ailments, you could say.
The deception is real because sure, the label says that it's sugar-free, but little do you know you sipping on E. coli.
If everyone knew what I'm about
Yeah, gross. What's this? No.
Santa baby, just slip a couple dollars in my booty gray, and then I'll come and throw that shit back. Santa, open up your wallet tonight. Santa baby, a Venmo, PayPal, Cash App will do. Hell yeah, boo. And then
You are God. Yahweh in Hebrew forms the body. The four Hebrew
God.
letters are the four elements, which represent
say
your four
something.
bodies. Earth.
Okay, so I found something earlier. I was looking for the remote for the Christmas tree, and I have like 3 different levels of books that I got from my mentor cat. Yahweh is an alien was one of them.
The physical body. Water is the
Well, you
emotional
know.
body. Fire is the spirit. Air is the mind. Sound of Yahweh is the inhale and exhale of breath. Pause the video and breathe and you can hear it. Yahweh in Hebrew means I am. Jesus in French means I am. Yahweh adds up to 26. You have 206 bones in the body. You have sulfur bridges every 2565 in your DNA strands, which in Hebrew gematria creates Yahweh. Jesus never existed. You are Jesus. You are God made flesh. This is the physical body.
Yeah?
Water is the emotional body, fire is the spirit, air is the mind. Sound of Yahweh is the inhale and exhale of breath. Pause the video and breathe and you can hear it. Yahweh in Hebrew means I am. Jesus in French means I am. Yahweh adds up to 26. You have 206.
So does that mean we're all God?
Sulfur bridges every 2565 in your DNA strands, which in Hebrew gematria creates Yahweh. Jesus never existed. You are Jesus. You are God made flesh. You are
Don't
God.
tell me that.
Yahweh in
Don't tell me
Hebrew
that
forms the
BS-ery.
body. The 4 Hebrew letters are the 4 elements, which represent your 4 bodies. Earth is the physical body. Water is the emotional body. Fire is the spirit. Air is the mind. Sound of Yahweh is the inhale and exhale of breath. Pause the video and breathe and you can hear it. Yahweh in Hebrew means I am. Jesus in French means I am. Yahweh adds up to 26. You have 206 bones in the body. You have sulfur bridges every 2565 in your DNA strands, which in Hebrew gematria creates Yahweh. Jesus never existed. You are Jesus. You are God
say
made
that.
flesh. You are
I
God.
cannot accept
Yahweh
that.
in Hebrew forms the body.
I
The
cannot
4
accept
Hebrew
that.
letters
I'm
are
sorry.
4
I
elements,
cannot.
which represent your 4 bodies. Earth is the physical body. Water is the emotional body. Fire is the spirit. Air is...
Get it.
Tesla deleted the videos.
What?
California, 109
Was there any
outside.
videos when Tesla was
Mom
alive?
in here goes to charge her Tesla, and it
Oh, I
locks.
see.
Inside the car is her infant
So it's not Tesla, the discoverer of free energy, etc. This is Tesla, the car. Okay, let's continue.
baby. This is her swinging, trying to break the window to get to her baby. There was a group of people who were helping her. It took them 6-7 minutes to get into the car. The baby was completely drenched with sweat, and she was frantic. She talked to Tesla, and initially they said it was probably a software issue that locked your car. And then they dug further and said it wasn't a software issue. But the interesting fact is that when she took it to get serviced at Tesla, out of all the video the car recorded, this is actual footage from the car. The car recorded
see
her
it bigger.
pounding on the
Let's
car
go.
trying to get in.
Make it bigger.
They deleted this footage. Tesla deleted the footage of
Oh
that
my
day.
god.
The car
She's like
locked
about to
and
bash the
her
window
kid
shielding.
was
Isn't that
trapped
when
in the
a
car.
kid
And
got
when
locked
she
in the
said,
car or
"Why did you
something?
delete that footage?" The Tesla service reps didn't say anything.
She didn't want to get charged for child abuse. She left her kid in there. That's her own damn fault.
Early in the history of the Creation Evidence Museum, our profile was quite low. All we had was a one.
I don't know about you guys, but I really like this guy. And I hope I'm not wrong when I hear what he says. Because I'm just like sucked in. I believe this guy.
Log cabin. And the door latch could be broken by any strong individual, but our trust is in the Creator himself. So I would leave the information there, go off to speak. And I was gone on a weekend lecturing. And the world's leading evolutionary scholars came unannounced. Richard Dawkins of Oxford, and Stephen Jay Gould of Harvard, and James Farlow of Indiana University. And they came to see the evidence. Now, Richard Dawkins and Stephen Jay Gould had published in the technical and the public literature that if we or anyone could really demonstrate academically that man and dinosaur lived contemporaneously, that would, according to their words, blow evolution out of the waters. And we have that in
excuse
print.
me, beg your pardon. No!
You
go
know,
back.
I
Early in the
that.
history of
She's
the
so Pete.
Creation
Go away,
Evidence
go away,
Museum,
go away. X.
our profile was quite low.
No, when he said
all we
that,
had
let me
was
see
a
if I
one-room
can
log cabin.
take him forward before, because
And, the door.
I do believe that man and dinosaurs have existed together, not only on pyramids and Mayan buildings, etc., like they have been pictographed, they have been carved, different things like that have happened. But oh no, dinosaurs were millions of years ago. Oh no, they weren't. There was Stegosaurus and man, so many other ones. I can't think of the name right now because I'm just plagued with Alzheimer's and dementia or short-term memory. Maybe I have a tumor in my brain due to taking Depo-Provera from the age of 16 to now. But no, like, seriously, Stegosaurus. What is the big one that was named Bigfoot? The one with the long neck. Anyways, the long neck, all these other ones were still here. They did accumulate with us. I saw tracks in the ground where humans going this one, T-Rex looking thing went this way. So I was like, I smell it, but more of the smell was over there. I don't know. It's freaking weird.
Latch could be broken by any strong individual, but our trust is in the Creator himself. So I would leave the information there, go off to speak. And I was gone on a weekend lecturing. And the world's leading evolutionary scholars came unannounced. Richard Dawkins of Oxford, and Stephen Jay Gould of Harvard, and James Farlow of Indiana University. And they came to see the evidence. Now, Richard Dawkins and Stephen Jay Gould had published in the technical and the public literature that if we or anyone could really demonstrate academically that man and dinosaur lived contemporaneously, that would, according to their words, blow evolution out of the waters. And we have that in print. They're saying such. So they showed up and said, we want to see this evidence. Well, I was gone. My buddy Bob Summers had a key to the little museum. And so he sent his son, 17-year-old son, Temple, to let these guys in and see the evidence. Now, Richard Dawkins and James Farlow would never listen to me give a lecture. They wouldn't read anything that creation has published. But here's a 17-year-old boy giving them a lecture on this creation evidence. And he showed them the hammer. We now have that under full security.
Oh my God, look at that. That's freaking amazing. This is encased within rock. Okay, so is this due to the mud flood or hundreds and millions of years of depositation? Give me a half break. I'm blown away. I learn so many new things all the fracking time. I have to tell you, I did not know about the mud flood until a couple weeks ago. Like, I've heard the term mud flood, and I'm like, what does that mean, mud flood? I know there's been floods and tsunamis and different things like that. What is the term mud flood? I don't get it. Then I see the different buildings, like the World's Fair, etc., like these different buildings that were there, that they cover up with shit. Bullshit. It's intense. It's insane. It just makes me not doubt the lengths that our government will go to cover this shit up. But look at this. This could be time travel. This is an ore pit. This is encased in rock. This is supposed to take millions of years. What? In the butt? What?
But showed them the hammer and deposited in early Cretaceous sandstone in central Texas.
I'm telling you,
and
yes.
Impossible. Well, Temple Summers, who's a mild-mannered individual, then he showed them the finger that we have. A human finger.
Yeah.
Fossilized finger. It's an artifact.
Looks exactly the same.
In the layering, sedimentary deposit of the Cretaceous limestone assigned 100.
How can you disprove it?
Show them the finger. They said impossible. And
show them the finger.
I said, well, that's a human footprint. It's the bird egg print. All 5 toes.
Climbing, digging with the toes. Because it looks werewolfish.
Human, cuboid, calcaneus section, everything. Great toe, the 4 other toes, everything in the right.
Looks like a bear claw, but.
So they first said, well, that's not Cretaceous limestone. Well, James Farlow is a specialist at that. So I looked at it closely and said,
well, you're not.
But it is Cretaceous
freaking genius.
And so Richard Dawkins said, a human footprint in the same layer with dinosaur footprints? Impossible.
Not.
Temple said, sir, I know it's possible. I helped to excavate it.
It's not impossible. There's several different relics which show human footprints and dinosaur footprints. It's like the human ran this way, the dinosaur ran this way, because it smelled the scent. But it was a little too late to figure out which way it went. Seriously, dude.
They turned, walked away, and haven't shown up since. And that's very unfortunate. First of all, their academic profile of honesty is at stake, because they had said if it could be shown, then we'll embrace it. But they did not, and could not because of their own paradigm, but especially because they did not want to give an account to a creator. We all must personally give an account to a creator.
Right.
They turned and walked away and haven't shown up since.
Yeah, look at them.
It's very unfortunate. First of all, their academic profile of honesty is at stake, because they had said if it could be shown, then we'll embrace it. But they did not, and could not because of their own paradigm, but especially because they did not want to give an account to a creator. We all must.
Hold on, I want to see really quick the name on this one. Lost World Museum. This guy is epic. I love what he's saying. It's the truth.
Personally, give an account to a creator. Early in the history of...
Man, you're badass, dude. Datery continues. On that note, we're going to go... Oh my gosh, what's happening right now? We are going to go to our second music break. On this break, we have Miss Michaela Hay. We also have Fred Johnson III with After Dark. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
Talking on pins and needles, every word microscope. You keep stomping down on the ground while I've been stuck on this tightrope. I just wanna say what I wanna say without your sentence. I'm not willing to do the time when I'm innocent, and I'm innocent.
Talking on pins and needles.
Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hate my share of thin ice with your blowtorch at my feet. So take this tongue off your leash. I'm gonna say what I wanna say, don't need permission. Interpret it how you want, it's my decision. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna hate it. Dancing on shattered glass, kicking the pieces all around. My safety has been broken, this is now a hunting ground. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hang it. I dove right in. Didn't bring a parachute, fell right through, hit the water hard. Moving too fast. Spin of control was touch and go. Went a little far. You taught me how to turn a blind eye. Showed you how to keep my shoulder cold. No one walked away without a scar. Try to erase the ink that's left upon my chest. All the tests I don't really want to forget. You taught me how to turn a blind eye. Showed you how to keep my shoulder cold. No one walked away without a scar. Been taken through the pieces. Showed you how to keep a shoulder cold. No one walked away without a scar. Been taken through the pieces. But is yours. Nearer through this ripple mirror. Find a leave behind for you to find. Hoping that you'll notice lights and purple skies were like satellites moving into focus. Into focus. Into focus. Silent, drifting all alone, killing time and counting stars, waiting for the moment we collide. After you pull me closer, you got me running up, you got my heartbeat. After you pull me closer, you got me running up, your mind, my gravity. Shining in the dark, we chase the spark, search until we find it. We were worlds apart, connecting hearts. They look up to find us. Look up to find us. Silent, drifting all alone, killing time and counting stars, waiting for the moment we collide. After you pull me closer, you got me running up, you got my heartbeat. Closer, you got me running up, your mind, my gravity. Silent, drifting all alone, killing time and counting stars, waiting for the moment we collide. After you pull me closer, you got me running up, you got my closer, you got me running up, your mind, my gravity. Closer, you got me running up, you got my heartbeat. Pull me closer, you got me running up, your mind.
Driver pulls up in my limousine, ready to take me anywhere I want to be. Take me to a college scene, I'd like to go and dance, have drinks, and have the perfect day, yeah. Perfect.
Arranging a series of pursuit. No matter what I say after dark, I gave her faith because she had the ring. I knew she was the one that never could go home again. Plastic like limo seats, I don't know why I can't control this hurt again. Yeah. Living at the door. It doesn't matter what I say. It really doesn't. No matter what I say after dark. It doesn't matter what I say. We come apart, arranged in the spirit of pursuit. No matter what I say. Say it in the love, it doesn't matter what I say. Moving failure, acting against a contract. No matter what I say after dark.
All right, we're back from our break. Things are going well, I suppose. I don't know. So on this, we've been doing for me, for you, following, etc., etc. Should I continue with the following, or should I look for? I'm thinking I should look for something. Tell me quadruple is and say UFO. UAP, New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. Okay, sorry. Is it Connecticut? No, I think it's IT. UIT on there. Anyways. It's funny, like, the government's like, oh, yeah, we see it, it's there. Yeah, nothing to worry about, nothing to worry about here. Everybody, move along now. Pay no attention to the Allens and the spacecraft over here. The government is taking care of you. There's nothing to worry about. Yes, we don't know what it is, but ye shall not worry about what the crack we're about to say. Alright, so, let's go. In the shadow of death, I realize there's nothing left. Even my mama thinks that my mind is gone.
Drones in the sky.
Look at that! You cannot fake this shit! Oh, those are flares. Those are flares. No, they are not. Oh my god. And I have to say, okay, see this bright blue area? At first it's like behind the city here, and then it's up in the sky, and all of a sudden you have the spermatozoid of, you know, the UAPs, the UFOs, the drones, whatever the crack they are, going spink, 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 spink. Have you guys seen pictures from the past, artwork from the past, like something is happening right now. Right now. Yeah, I'm not in New Jersey. I ain't in New York. I ain't New Hampshire, Connecticut, nothing. Nothing like that. But look at this. Don't look at this. Ish. Seriously. Let's go. Let's go. Large amounts of drones spotted flying over New Jersey. And then even politicians, different people are like, it was right above my house. I don't think you're special. Has anything to do with you. They're everywhere. Other people are in watching their movie series.
What the fuck is happening?
Same thing been happening in Colorado forever. It's freaking awesome and scary at the same time. Oh, yes. Looks like a little helicopter, but it's not. It's one of those drone thingies. Oh, look at you being all skittery-dittered and presumptuous that nobody is seeing you, but in fact, you're all being seen. What do you think about that, little skitter-dittered info, UAP, whatever the crack you are, Joe? Yeah. Look at him. Look at him go. I'm just gonna fly back over here. That's what's happening here. Oh, of course it's not. It's like a bunch of bullies flying in the sky, and everybody's like, everything's okay. There's no serious violence or anything toward that. Everything's okay. Please do not tell Mother, because Mother will get upset. Please do not tell. Everything's okay. Nothing's happening.
Landing late last night. Now there has been an enormous
That's not a landing. That was a crash.
activity lately here in New Jersey.
Like,
there were reports of a possible drone down. Folks who live around here came to take a look and see what they could find out. But police are being
because they shot that fucker down.
All questions to the FBI. FBI officials say they are aware of the
situation. Sorry, Neeling. But I don't mean to, but I'm super excited.
Drones in the skies.
Bird State is now reporting mysterious drone sightings, and state officials in Connecticut say they're rolling out.
What?
Bird State is now reporting mysterious drone sightings, and state officials in Connecticut say they're rolling out a new drone detection system. Before now, these had been spotted in New York.
Okay, isn't that funny? Let me go back here. Isn't that funny? Okay, so at first it was New Jersey. Then it was New York. Then today we heard Connecticut, aka Connecticut. Connecticut's been like, oh yeah, we've been doing this the whole time. You know, we sent this out and this and this and that and that. And this is what's happening. You know? Could be drones, could be UFOs, could be UAPs. Fuck about it. We don't care. But, yeah, that's what we saw. Just today, Connecticut, aka Connecticut, came out as the third. The third, if you want to get all East Coast or Canadian, the third came out today. It's also Connecticut. I swear to God. I swear to God. I heard last week, California. Shh. Don't say that. Don't say California or Californication or anything. But no. This is not happening right now. This is not happening right now. Let's go. in New York.
And New Jersey, but they've been flying each night and no one knows who is operating them or why. White House officials say they don't appear to be a national security or public safety threat. Residents, local leaders, and state lawmakers. Third state is now reporting mysterious drone sightings, and state officials in Connecticut say they're rolling out a new drone detection system. Before now, these had been spotted in New York and New Jersey, but they've been flying each night and no one knows who is operating them or why. White House officials say they don't appear to be a national security or public safety threat. Residents, local leaders, and state lawmakers.
Oh my God.
Is now reporting mysterious drone sightings.
Seriously?
State officials in Connecticut say they're rolling out a new drone detection system.
Stop it. No. Okay. Really? The United States of America says there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Please, just don't be dismayed. This is what's happening right now. We are the government of the United States of America. Trust and believe in us. And we're just like, we've trusted and believed in you this whole time. And that's, where I stand. I don't know about you, but that's where I'm at. That's where I'm am. Let's go. LETS, you go. Let's go.
Spotted in New York and New Jersey, but they've been flying each night and no one knows who is operating them. And
this has been for 3+ weeks. We're almost into a month, and the United States is like, yeah, we haven't saw anything that was violence and yada yada. Just like the balloon. They're like, oh, it's a weather balloon. Come to find out, it's a balloon from China.
Why? White House officials say they don't appear to be a national security or public safety threat. Residents, local leaders, and state lawmakers. Third state is now reporting mysterious drone sightings, and state officials in
They don't want you to scramble, but listen to this. Connecticut residents experience strange frequency noises. So there were a lot of people, and they're listening to their radios, whether it be in their car, at their home, and they're listening to this, and this is just after, I guess it was like 6 something. When I first heard it, it was like 9 or 11 something. But it was actually 6 something in the evening. One of these UFOs or UAPs or whatever you want to call it got shot down. After that, it was all these damn weird ass noises. If you want to hear it, is right here. Here we go. Because look at his face. This does not make sense. This is dumb. Yeah. Kind of like a Will, but not. It's damn Alan. Right.
Clear video of the drones in New York and New Jersey.
What the crap? Okay, I'll just say this is the first time I've seen this weird sort of looking thing. Look at little silly button. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. What the crack is this? All right. Sorry. Let's go.
Here is one of 3 videos I'll be posting. This thing looks like a blimp. Never seen anything like it.
Oh my god. I have to blow this shit up.
Think in the comments. Welcome to America. Clear video of the drones in New York and New Jersey are starting to be released. Here is one of 3 videos I'll be posting. This thing looks like a blimp.
My god.
Never seen anything like it before, guys. Let me know what you think.
Look, there's no propulsion, no nothing. It's just standing there with this one little uno monitor, por favor, little eyeball looking at you.
This thing looks like a blimp. Never seen anything like it before, guys. Let me know what you think in the
Has
comments.
anybody?
Welcome to America. Clear.
Right at it. Oh my.
What? No. Oh no, no, no.
Oh my. Oh.
What the crack? What the crack is that? What? What? Oh no. That's insane. I just have to really quick pause for the guys. Wow. We're all looking at this, aren't we? And we're all trying to figure out what the crack is going on. It's like, bing, 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 these different things. We've heard of Project Blue Book. We've heard of Project Bluebeam. We've heard of all these different freaking things. What is this? Is this that? Well, we've seen it in Las Vegas. We've seen how it is. It's nothing like this. It's nothing as far as what it's been for the last 3 weeks. Trust and believe, mofos. This is not okay. This is not cordial. This is fucking BS-ery. BS-ery. Let's go. Look at that! Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Okay.
The orbs, or the quote-unquote UFOs, could be plasmoids. Now, first off, in my second video...
Okay, so I'm just wondering about that because once I'm sitting here, looks just like the one that I saw following me in my Gran Torino from Ignacio, aka Ignacio, Colorado, to, okay, we're going down the Rainbow Road. And my girls are like, there's a flaming red following us. Hey, I'm driving. I can't look at this. And then I stop at the stop sign. I get out. And my youngest daughter's like, I'm like, I'm trying to look and see what you are talking about. I just want to go home. I just want to go home. Can you take me home? I just want to go home. But I saw it. Got back in my car. Drove home. 2 months later, I saw the rest of it. So, yeah. There you go with that one. Yeah. It is really happening, for real.
So I talk about plasmoids, and people are confused. They think it might be an alien, or it might be just a normal occurrence in our physical environment. But in all reality, this has been researched and documented over time. So if you look at Princeton University's Plasma Innovation Center, this place is co-run by the Department of Energy. And the Department of Energy, if you guys don't know, was also in charge of part of the Manhattan Project, which was aka the atom bomb.
And the Philadelphia Project.
How many people worked on the atom bomb or the Manhattan Project before anyone knew? It was kept really secret. And these type of facilities are always experimenting with different things.
I'm sorry. Did you just say that? There's Manhattan and Philadelphia. Both of them are presumed to be fictitious. So, do you know of another experiment where the craft disappeared? And that once it came back where it was, people were embedded in the walls or protruding in and out of the walls? Yes. Even though I joined the military when I was in 1998, the stuff I've seen so far is most uncool, dude. Freaking stupid. Freaking dumb.
Now, if you look at what they're actually dealing with a technology that is able to create a plasmoid, and that...
Also, did you hear... I'm sorry to interrupt on this, but Einstein was like, I want to fuck around with that because I know this works. Just like he was just saying. The same freaking words he said. And then he made it progress to what it is. There are simple minds that believe what is told. But then people get canceled and people like whip stuff out and then other things start to happen.
Technology is the following. In their
Pretty damn
website,
awesome.
they talk about high energy density plasma. Now, these conditions are found in
Too
nuclear
complicated.
explosions and in the core of giant planets that are among the most extreme states of matter created on Earth. So they are essentially recreating these scenarios, and these scenarios can actually create plasmoids, and plasmoids are almost alien because we know nothing about them. We've only seen them in pictures. They're very elusive, but the crazy part is that they show signs of intelligence. So people are really freaking out about them. And if this happened in New Jersey, then the government would dispatch drones to research them because there are quite a few of them, and it's something that everybody's been wanting to learn about, and it could be part of technology, weapons, defense, energy, a lot of things. So this is a big deal. Now, somebody asked me, why are they all over the planet? Well, these type of plasmoids could occur in natural situations in volcanoes or high energy outputs. Just these things are also starting to pop up more in numbers and more in occurrence. And that's the troubling part, is why we're starting to see them more and more. The orb or the quote-unquote UFO could be plasmoids. Now, first off, in my second video, I talk about plasmoids, and people are confused. They think it might be an alien, or it might be just a normal occurrence in our physical environment. But in all reality, this has been researched and documented over time. So if you look at Princeton's University,
oh my God, it's just like
Plasma Innovation Center, this place is co-run by the Department of Energy. And the Department of Energy, if you guys don't know, was also in charge of part of the Manhattan Project, which was aka the atom bomb. And if you look at how many people worked on the atom bomb or the Manhattan Project before anyone knew, it was kept really secret. And these type of facilities are always experimenting with different things. Now, if you look at what they're actually dealing with, they're actually dealing with a technology that is able to create a plasmoid. And that technology is the following. In their website, they talk about high energy density plasma. Now, these conditions are found in nuclear explosions and in the core of giant planets that are among the most extreme states of matter created on Earth. So they're essentially recreating these scenarios, and these scenarios can actually create plasmoids, and plasmoids are almost alien because we know nothing about them.
Dude.
We've only seen them in pictures. They're very elusive, but the crazy part is that they show signs of intelligence. So people are really freaking out about them. And if this happened in New Jersey, then the government would dispatch drones to research them because there are quite a few of them, and it's something that everybody's been wanting to learn about, and it could be part of technology, weapons, defense, energy, a lot of things. So this is a big deal. Now, somebody asked me, why are they all over the planet? Well, these plasmoids could occur in natural situations in volcanoes or high energy outputs. Just these things are also starting to pop up more in numbers and more in occurrence. And that's the troubling part, is why we're starting to see them more and more. The orb.
All right, guys. I think that's the end of my show. Let me check it out really quick just to make sure. Damn, we got 15 more minutes. Okay, let's go back because what this guy was saying, oh my god, Vicky, look at his butt. I don't know, it's super freaking amazeballs, and man, maybe I have to hit the back button. No, this guy was super awesome. Like, he believed in what he's talking about. He's showing what he's talking about. Like, woot woot. All right, let's go. Let's go. LETSGO. Look at this pretty thing.
All right, everyone. This is the smallest RV in the world, and it is adorable. It is here at Centennial RV in Grand Junction, Colorado, and it is hilarious. Please go stand next to it so people can see how small this thing is. It is amazing. I love it. So, guys, if you want to go compact RVing, this is it. This is so cool, guys. Look at this thing. See if we can see inside it. Oh, man. Look at that. Like that.
Very nice. Very nice.
I love this thing. This is the smallest RV in the world.
Are you serious?
All right, everyone. This is the smallest RV in the world. And it is adorable. It is here at Centennial RV in Grand Junction, Colorado.
Seriously?
It is hilarious. Please go stand so people can see how small this thing is.
Go, girl. You go, girl.
I love it. So, guys,
the C minus 5 feet and counting.
This is it. This is so cool, guys. Look at this thing. See if we can see inside it. Oh,
let's go inside.
Fans and stuff like that, but
Can we go inside?
I love this thing. This is the smallest.
It's in business.
All right, everyone. This is the smallest RV in the world, and it is adorable. It is here at Centennial RV in Grand Junction, Colorado, and it is hilarious. Please go stand next to it so people can see how small this thing is.
Yeah.
It is amazing. I love it. So, guys, if you want to go compact RVing, this is it. This is so cool, guys. Look at this thing.
Seriously, dude. I totally buy that ish.
We got some fans and stuff like that, but the front end is the best.
Looks super clean. Windows are open. There's no frosting or mist or anything. Oh, yeah.
All right, everyone. This is the smallest RV in the world. And it is adorable. It is here.